trying to get your ex back won't get your ex back. And now, you've probably looked at the thumbnail and thinking, what the fuck, Nick? You literally spent the last 12 months telling us that no contact is the way to go. And yes, freely admit that the thumbnail is clickbaity. Well, thumbnails are meant to get you to click onto this video. But I'm not just clickbaiting you here. What I mean to say is that the way a lot of people think no contact is used is wrong. And they weaponize it. And they try to use it as a manipulation tactic. And this is why trying to get your ex back won't actually get your ex back. Welcome back to the Love Fix, guys. It's Nick, as always, telling the truth so you can get through your breakups as easily and healthily as possible. Today, once again, it's unscripted. I've been kind of enjoying doing it unscripted recently. It's been let's say a little bit more organic. It's been a little bit more free-flowing, and I feel like I can just be a little bit more natural, saying what I need to say with mistakes and all. So without further ado, if today's video isn't enough to help you today and you need a little bit more assistance, my details are in the description below, and you can always reach out, arrange a voice coaching session with me, and we can talk it out and we'll try and get you back onto the road of recovery. So, why trying to get your ex back will not get them back? The primary reason that is the case is because it's never been about trying to get your ex back. My channel has never been about getting them back or manipulating them back or using some clever tactic to get them back. It's always been about learning to love and validate yourself. And this is a lesson that I found very, very difficult to learn over the last 2 years or so. But once that idea clicks in your head, it becomes a lot easier, because you then stop weaponizing no contact. You then stop saying to yourself, oh, if I hold on just one more day, they may contact me. And then the next day comes, oh, if I hold on just one more day, they may contact me. Why haven't they contacted me? So this is where we need to remove that mindset, remove that methodology, and forget all about all the other bullshit that you hear on YouTube. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some good channels out there which I've listed many times before. The Dating Guy, who sadly is no longer YouTubing, Rory with the Love Check, Craig Kenneth, Susan Winter, and there's a few others out there that are really good. But there's a lot of shit out there, and I will name them right now. Love Advice TV, you can fuck off. Dan Bacon, you can fuck off. Brad Browning, or whatever his name is, you can fuck off. Please, leave people alone. Stop trying to get your $47.99 with your bullshit ex-back program, because no, you're manipulating. You're taking advantage of people's desperation and using manipulation tactics. Oh, contact them after 30 days because that's the optimum time to contact someone. No contact is not a weapon. It is not to be weaponized. It is not to be used as manipulation. If you manipulate someone, let's say you are successful with manipulation, let's say you successfully manipulate your ex back into love with you or back into whatever, it then becomes a transactional relationship, because that's all manipulation does. Manipulation will lead to transaction, and the reason that happens is because you cannot negotiate genuine desire. It was their idea for them to walk out of your life. It has to be their idea to walk back in. Excuse me. So, yeah. So in this context, no contact will not get your ex back. It's not meant to get your ex back. Rather, no contact is an idea. It's a philosophy. It's a way of thinking. It's a set of rules to live by, so you can rediscover you, so you can love you, so you can validate yourself, so you can take some power back, because when we split up, or rather when we're dumped, we give our exes a lot of power, because we put them up on pedestals and we internalize and we diminish our self-worth, which is something that we shouldn't do. Just because you've been rejected by your ex doesn't mean you're any less of a human being. It just means right now that relationship isn't working. You're no longer suiting their lifestyle or how they think a relationship should be, and it just needs to go on a different path right now. Maybe they just need a break. Maybe the relationship is meant to end. Maybe that is the case. Maybe you need to stop taking responsibility for your ex's actions and how they feel. How they feel is how they feel. That's a reflection on them. But as the Dumpees, we tend to take responsibility for that, and it's not our responsibility. What they do, say, and think is a reflection of them. What you do, say, and think is a reflection of you. So there isn't any point sitting there worrying about what your ex may be thinking or feeling or what they may be doing, because we just don't know. We have no control over that. But when we're the dumpee, when we've been dumped, we inherently feel so out of control that we try to find information that will give us some control, or we try to use manipulation tactics to put us back into control. But doing no contact is a way of taking back control. So getting into the mindset of saying, I am doing no contact, because if I have contact with my ex, my anxiety will go up to 11. If I have contact with my ex, I may find out that they're seeing someone else, and that is going to destroy me even more. If I have contact with my ex, they may reject me again, and that is going to make things 10 times worse. So if we turn that around and say, okay, no contact won't get my ex back. It isn't to get my ex back, it's to get me back. No contact is a period of time of where I will not have any contact in any way, shape or form, unless it's business related, like you need to sort out bills or you have kids together and so on. It's a period of time of where you give yourself permission to focus on you, because when we do get into relationships, and we've all been there, we neglect ourselves. So you are sitting there pretty much full of anxiety, full of fear, but feel your fear and do what you're going to do anyway. So if you've got a fear of going to the gym, it's okay, feel the fear, do it anyway. If you've got a fear of moving away from your ex by having no contact, that's fine, feel the fear, do it anyway. If you've got a fear of getting back out on the dating scene, fuck it, feel the fear, do it anyway. The key here is to not to manage your anxiety, because that will just keep you exactly where you are. The key should be to soothe your anxiety, and the best way to soothe anxiety is to confront it, is to confront the anxiety, understand why it's there. And you've got anxiety right now because you've been rejected. Your plans for the future are now destroyed, ruined, gone off on a tangent. But if you reframe that, oh, speed bump, detour, I'll be okay, then you may have a different outlook. You may start to feel better and just say to yourself, okay, I respect their decision. They don't want to be with me right now. There's plenty for me to do to go and achieve and to work on me. There's things that I need to do to get right. I need to learn to be with me. I need to learn to love me. I need to learn to validate me. So, today's video, the lesson, the moral to the story here is no contact will never, ever get your ex back. Can it be a happy side effect? Yes, it can be a side effect, but it's not the primary goal of no contact. So today, I want you to maybe write this down and tell yourself that I will stop weaponizing no contact. I will not use it as a manipulation tactic. I'm not using it to get them back. Even though that little part of you in the back of your head, and guys, I've been there, is saying to you, yeah, but they may come back. And there may be a happy side effect here. And yeah, guys, that may happen. It may happen. But let's assume that it won't. Let's deal with facts. Let's deal with reality. And the reality here is they're no longer in your life. The reality is they left. The reality is they said they do not want to be with you anymore. And that's the simplistic answer. And if we can get around that in our heads, if we can articulate and if we can assimilate that information, especially when we're feeling down, especially when we're in the darkest moments, we're at the bottom of the anxiety spiral and all we want to do is hear their voice, just remind yourself that your response to their actions is no contact. I'm going to wrap this up now, but I will leave you with some final words of advice. When you start to like yourself more, when you start to genuinely love yourself, you start to see things very, very differently. The second you become comfortable in your own skin, you are bulletproof, and nothing, and I mean nothing, will take you off your purpose. If you can meet 80 to 90% of your own needs, then getting into a relationship is an enhancement to your already baseline happiness. It's the cherry on the cake. And this will make your relationship so much better because you're already established. You already got your shit together. You're comfortable in your own skin. And then it no longer becomes, I need this person in my life. I'm allowing this person in my life. I'm allowing them to be on this journey with me because I like keeping them around. We have good conversations. We have great sex. We have good intimacy. So I want to keep this person around. However, if that was to finish, if that was to stop, I've already got 80, 90% of my needs met through my own devices. So that's where we need to try and be with anything that we do in life. Just before I go, guys, I will be on holiday next week. I will be going to Scotland with a few buddies of mine, and I will be climbing Ben Nevis. So I won't be around much next week, so I'll be taking a break from coaching. I may try and pre-record some videos and schedule them to upload next week, so you've got something to tide you over. But I may take a little rest. I've been at this for over 12 months now, and you can become a little bit jaded sometimes. And while I am more than happy to listen to everyone that comes my way and give them the best advice I can, sometimes we just have to take a break because we're absorbing all of that energy from people and we can end up neglecting themselves. Now, so if I'm not taking care of myself, I am being completely hypocritical to everything that I've just said. So I may upload one more this week, and if I've got time before I go away, I will upload 1 or 2 videos or pre-record 1 or 2 videos. As always, guys, if you need more help, if you need a coaching session, book it this week because I won't be coaching for the next week or 2, and I would hate for you to miss out, especially if you're going through an anxiety crisis right now. I know how dark those days can be, but I hope this has been of help today. And tell yourself you're enough, and tell yourself you've got this. You've survived everything else in your life. You're gonna survive this. You will be okay. I'll see you on the other side.